Wait, hold on. Okay. Oh, I'm just sweating so hard. This is like a silk moment and it's just like pouring off of me. Beep, beep. Who's got the keys to the Jeep? Nobody. Nobody wants any of this. Okay, this week on Rach Talk, we're talking about, I killed a deer. Not like with my bare hands, like with my car. The inauguration and the phenomenal style that was coming out of my best friend, Michelle Obama. Oh, also this weird phenomenon that I keep seeing here in Texas. My hair, my daughter's hair, it's a whole conversation. Stick around. Can we talk about today's set design, Jack? You made a sign out of duct tape, from what I can tell. Fancy. We're just basically repurposing the app set. You put just the littlest amount of effort that you possibly could. And I'm currently reclining on a Christmas pillow, which feels like it's late. We're in late January. Bro, gosh. Half the show is me giving crap to Jack, if you are not familiar. Right now with Jack would just be an awesome, like, let's just have a little minute for that. How's rack talk working out for you, Jack? Prima donna behind the camera can't handle that short of a timeline, so I was really hoping that Jack was going to bring it a little harder with the editing game. Other things that Jack has done well? Give me a minute. All right. I guess let's start right with the most important thing, and that's how cute I look today. I feel very proud of myself for wearing a dress and coordinating it with my sparkle sneakers that somehow perfectly match. Unfortunately, I didn't understand that a dress that looks adorable in real life makes me look like I'm trying to hide a hidden pregnancy. So I'm not. I just don't have a wardrobe stylist yet. But this color is fabulous. It's a little homage to my best friend, Michelle Obama, who looked like the queen we need. Okay, yesterday was the inauguration.
Office of President of the United States.
Did you see the shot where it was like Dr. Jill Biden, Michelle Obama, and our new and first female vice president? Like, did you see? And they all were wearing these like long, but it's somehow coordinated. They look like the Powerpuff Girls. This is the Powerpuff Girls that we need. Let me tell you a little story. I was asked to speak by my other best friend, Oprah Winfrey. I got to do a keynote for Oprah's WW tour. And it was the one where Michelle was the main thing. And my best friend Beans, like, this was one of the highlights ever of, Beans to get to meet Michelle Obama. And Beans is so, like, starstruck. And she just goes up to, and she, like, with her arms open wide, like a Creed song. Like, she's going in for the real thing, even though nobody gave her permission to do that. And Michelle's just, like, gonna meet her where she's at. And Beans goes, "I'm Beans!" And Ms. Obama is like, "What?" She said, I'm Beans. As if they went to third grade together and she's reminding her of their acquaintance. And she said, "I am never going to forget that name for as long as I live." Challenge accepted. We're going to try and see if we can't reconnect those two and see if she keeps her word. Okay. All right. Here's what's coming up this week. We're going to do a weekly giveaway for people who are sharing about this episode. So if you like this episode, take a picture, like screenshot it of a moment. Here's one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Okay, pick one of those and then share it on social and just say, "This is so fun. Every single Monday at 9 a.m., this thing's hitting the world." But we're going to choose every single week a person to get a prize pack of our product. And the first one will be announced next week. So share a social. That's a good one. Oh, sorry. And you have to say hashtag Rach Talk. Rach Talk. If you're curious how to spell that, just someone made it in duct tape. Also, coming up this week on the podcast, I am interviewing Priyanka Chopra Jonas. I forget that she's married to a Jonas brother. Okay, so I'm interviewing her on the Rachel Hollis podcast and on Your Faves Faves. So we're having a serious conversation and then a hilarious conversation. Whatever you're looking for from Priyanka, we've got it for you on the podcast this week. Also, I hit a deer. Really, the deer hit me. Look, you know what I think is funny? Hunters. I think you're hilarious, okay? You're out there in full camo, you're army crawling through the forest, bro, walk out in my backyard. There are 42 deer right now that you could feed corn and knock upside the head, and you've got your buck for the winter, okay? I was driving my 8-year-old to school, and in the morning, because we got to leave the house at 7 a.m., it's still dark. And I was driving, as you do, and we're listening to Pitch Perfect soundtrack, as you do, and we're like, zoom, 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 zoom. You always see deer, right? They're always like, huh. And you're like, are you going? Me? You. Remember that thing from the 90s, the guys would, that's me and the deer. And she comes to the edge of the road, and she's like, I'm good, sis, you go. And I'm like, okay. Zoom, 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 bonk! I mean, she leapt forth, you guys. She wanted it to end. She said, no more. I definitely cussed a very loud cuss word, which my 8-year-old at least had never heard from me before, so that made me feel terrible. He's just traumatized. We've taken a life. But my big fear, Jack, is that there's blood and guts and maybe like fur on my car, and that's the side that I drop up for his school drop off. So I'm like, I'm about to go pull up in front of these sweet teachers, and they're gonna be like, there's like a, and I like go around. I'm so nervous. I'm just like, I'm about to have to pry this deer's body out of my car while my son watches on in horror. Zoom, 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 zoom. There was no blood. There was no guts. There was no fur. I actually am not even sure that she lost her life that day. But she did jack up my bumper. She was like, if you're taking me out, I'm taking out your insurance premium simultaneously. So my car is in the shop, and I wanted a medium-sized car, and in Texas apparently that means a giant SUV. I am glowing, but that is because I use my Rihanna Fenty highlighter here and here and here and here. I did my own hair and makeup. You're like, we know. But I feel proud of myself whenever, as a mom of 4, I'm like, we're doing all the things. My daughter is biracial, and she has this incredible, amazing curly hair, which you may have seen. Part of learning about her culture was learning about how to care for her hair, and I've been so blessed. I have a ton of friends who've sort of guided me through the process, and this is the product that you're gonna need. And recently, she got her first ever haircut, and we went to Miss April. Other people don't call her Miss April, but Noah does, and got her first haircut. It was a huge experience. She still talks about Miss April, but Miss April gave mommy a full, here's how you do all the things. And number 1, I learned I've been doing it wrong. Number 2, I found out that I should only be washing Noah's hair once a week. I also wash my hair once a week, and there was a world where I used to get blowouts, but now pandemic. So mama does it herself. And so now we have a mommy Noah hair night, and it takes a solid 90 minutes. Like, we are deep conditioning, emulsifying, pulling through the roots, special towels, special brushes. We're gonna finish. We're gonna put it in her bonnet so that she can sleep in her bonnet and on a silk pillow in case the bonnet comes off. And then this takes a while. So all that to say, if you want my hair to be better, that makes 2 of us, okay? But I'm pretty proud that at least it's straight. I would like to have a new segment on Rach Talk called What the is the things that I see in my regular life that are very confusing to me. I saw this once, thought it was a fluke, saw it twice. It might be a trend, and I don't know what it means. So what I'm going to ask is, if you know what it means, comment below and tell me what the is actually up. I saw a car with a tree on top, a Christmas tree. I am not going to judge you if you still have Christmas decor up, if you've got the lights on the house. First of all, my grandma, she had her Christmas lights up on her house all year long. Remember those old ones from like the 1980s where it was like, you know what I'm talking about. And that was part of her vibe, okay? She knew her brand. She was here for it. And right now, in the world we're living in, freaking keep them up all year. What I'm confused about is who is starting fresh. I saw one and I thought, okay, I can't even come up with what that might be, so I just let it go. And then 2 days later, I see another one. Why are y'all driving around with and furthermore, where are you finding Christmas trees? What kind of like time warp Home Depot parking lot still has a collection of like, and this didn't look like Charlie Brown's tree. This wasn't like the leaves are falling off and the needles. It doesn't have leaves, Jack. Don't be dumb. It looked pristine and beautiful. I need to know. What the? So on my podcast, we have a hotline where y'all can call, listeners can call in and they ask questions or they tell me stories. It's really rad. And we thought it would be fun if we incorporated that into Rach Talk. So I'm going to hear, this is the first time I've heard it, a message from one of y'all, and I'm going to answer this question.
Hey, this message is for Rachel.
A guy?
You don't have to disguise my voice, it's fine. But Rachel's mentioned on several podcast episodes about watching some YouTube videos around quantum things and manifesting, and I think associated with Joe Dispenza.
Yes. You didn't give me your name. I'm going to guess that it's Chad. Thank you for asking. Actually, I will put this YouTube video in the notes or in the description of this. It's so good. I've watched it. I think it's like maybe 15 minutes. I've watched it probably 15 times. I've sent it to everybody I know. And because it is talking about manifesting and mindset and quantum physics, which is a lot, I feel like you have to watch it more than once to sort of even fully get the depth of what he's talking about. Also, if you are looking for meditation, manifesting, vision casting, I just want to make sure you know about my Rise app, which is a daily movement app. It's got a habit tracker. It's got 30-minute, 20-minute, 10-minute movement sessions, whether you want to go on a hike with Trent Shelton or work out in the studio with me or go on a run with Dave or do yoga with Alia. Like, we have all these amazing teachers who are just there to help you get your movement. And part of it is a section where we do gratitude practice, motivation, meditation, inspiration. It's really rad. And you can try it for a week for free. And then after that, it's $10 a month. So imagine all the things. And it's available both on Android and the iPhone in wherever you get your apps. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to the page so you get a notification. Ring the bell, tap the bell, do something with the bell that you see on your screen so that you get a notification whenever we post. And if you watch this long, give it a thumbs up. My sweet friend, do me a solid, and hey, until I see you next time, I love you, and I'm rooting for you.